Everybody alright? Nice, man.
Alright.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Parallel Podcast 868 Trinidad's Finest. I'm your host, Press I Am. Well, you know the thing, Press I am Press for the slow ones, right? Alongside, the alchemist himself. Tell the people of them something.
I say my sentence. No, that's how we write my sentences with my
Crazy caption. And of course, you know, friends, guests is always a plus. We have the beautiful Adana who's here with us again. Adana, how are you feeling today, Danny?
I'm real good. I'm pumped. Let's do this.
Nice,
I'm
man.
going to 6.
Okay. Alright. I feel like it's real things. Right. We got my boy in the back still, right? So, let me start with this great debate as my boy come in there with the star, big up Star and Crime. Let me get this great debate on. Which beer is really the best, right? Or, just now, before they jump out of themselves, or is that gimmick? Just to get me to drink more. Talk to me. Because I hear people say, go ahead.
I just choose the carb side because I find everybody was on start.
I expected that. That's not a secret.
It's like the same thing.
Go ahead.
I went you know me, high sometime and boy, and a carb man. Like, show you know what's the different one. We get 2 clear glass. One carb, one stand. I know it's carb, but you know this is man. Go on. Thank you, carb. Stop.
So that my point.
Yeah.
My point is one company funding the great debate, They only 2. So is it that it's just debate based on marketing or it really have a one that tastes better?
I feel mental. It's
mental.
like a sense of belonging. There is one because you know your feel is better, or even the color or something like that. To put it, you watch it and feel, but it makes me still. I don't know, but
yeah.
So if I did do a test and pass it 3 out of 3 times, then what's the number? It
really don't have a distinctive taste. It really don't.
I used to think at least. I used to tell the difference was one always is kind of stronger.
But
Like, but it was curved. I don't want kind of water, don't a little bit to me. But I feel it's different. I feel the temperature has caused a difference in taste as well.
Correct. Because I feel like
I get a red, busy, cool beer.
Yeah.
More potent.
And that way, beer hot this tastes so terrible.
Correct.
And cold this tastes so great.
A fun,
hot juice don't taste bad.
A fun fact. Beer was created to drink hot.
Hot, yeah.
That was the intention of beer because it's created as a health drink in the early days.
Right.
I was a drink.
And then I might say,
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Was in French.
See? This thing we had great thinkers that say, we test this shit out, you know what I mean? You come like, this next thing,
just like wine too. Wine supposed to drink hot.
Correct.
Yeah. So when I'm like, what's supposed to drink?
What they do in the restaurants is there's lazy with ice now. Like on the cup,
Yeah, you can't go in
why not?
with wine drinkers and them drinkers and put ice in the rum. Like, what? And the wine and them. You can drink it cold chill, but you can't put ice and they come and water it down and sugar.
I'm not talking like, I'm like, you're not supposed to be eating ketchup, but here's what it is, you know what I mean?
Go so far?
No, what one? It's 2024, so they should catch up.
Alright.
I just picture, I heard a pizza with pepper, I don't know. I not ketchup.
Nah, yeah.
Ketchup. Mustard, pepper, pineapple.
Yes, I agree.
Oh, it's open. Not condiments. I
agree with that.
Pepper.
That's
The
all I
only
agree.
thing I don't put is
But
meat.
don't put ketchup on Chinese food.
Oh,
Don't put
boy,
ketchup
you
on
man take the
pilau.
words off my mouth, boy.
Yeah, I was saying.
Don't put
I
no
don't know
ketchup
about
on
pilau,
these
but-
2 things.
How people just put ketchup in Chinese food, dog?
What do you mean?
No, you don't. Extra oyster sauce, plenty pepper.
Yeah, it's always
You know what I ate recently? KFC chicken, right? But it was a mixture of garlic sauce, ketchup, soy sauce, pepper.
I'm
That's it.
telling me, you know what, how that's
Sauce.
It tastes like a Chinese
You
food.
know what that's something to me? Very toxic.
Well, then it was great. I enjoyed it. I loved it.
I do. When I buy my Chinese food and then I see people ketchup, I'm like,
You ever watch the Chinese people watch you put the ketchup on it? You ever just take a minute and look up? They don't be watching you, the most disgusting
you
of
have
it.
soy sauce, pepper, oyster sauce, all kind
duck
of
sauce, plum sauce.
You put ketchup.
Can I get some oyster sauce, please?
And now there's cool to get that shit. Yeah.
No. I don't have to infection because I don't take ketchup or soy sauce.
I think what ketchup was really made for? Like what
I
is
didn't
really
get
the
back.
ketchup on? Like what's the main thing?
Hot dogs.
Yes,
Possibly,
I see where you're going.
That without ketchup.
They needed that with the salad.
Might feel funny.
Yeah, better question. What does ketchup mean? Where they get that from? What
It was a
That's very good.
it had domestic only, and one tomato had a wife and a choker, and then the big sauce. And after that one,
I can't believe I laughed way too hard about it.
What?
No,
And white red.
it come from tomatoes.
You know that?
But I would make
nah,
the
I think
ingredients is tomatoes.
the brother, no, he's singing a song. I say, I'm hot from my head to my toe.
So they're red.
Yeah. I was gonna say this thing was put it there.
Yeah, we're doing this. We need it.
Great debates, but type of stag.
You realize everything must have that separation or variety, but
Yeah.
I know. If you just call that separation variety.
Mm.
So all them always have opposing brand. You know, always have Pepsi to Coca-Cola.
Yes.
You always have a 7-Up to a
Correct.
Sprite. It was that something for we to divide now, you know what I mean?
Marketing.
Yeah, it was that something to
My go-to drink in base if it's Caribou Star will be curry. But if the curry hot or it run out, I'll drink Star.
I this whole caravan start ban on thing because I just like to fight. I want to fight.
Right, you like to fight.
Yeah. But if you give me a caravan style, if you get anyone of those, it is not serious with me.
It's cool, I bring it.
It is not serious with me.
I just feel like most of the people who be debating these things never had the other one.
It's just
Oh,
possible.
that boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They never tried the other one. You know what I mean?
I think this like me, the shoes aside, but that person drinking this is not person drinking. I think it's more a habit. Because, may be real, drinking beer and before is a habit because it should taste good. It's a habit. And the whole, it is a habit.
Especially when I'm hot, and it's still drinking it to prove what point I know garbage trash.
Imagine me now growing up, when we coming out adult, I want to drink beer now, I can see, not to drink this nice thing, what yeah, that's me drinking now. This and the tea is like shit. Like,
Like, everybody,
what drinking this for? Like,
drink it.
we're buying this, we're spending money on this.
In the beginning, you should drink it because you know what? The next step is that you're peeing clean, plenty and clean. That was like the game.
I'm telling you, I had some of
Serious?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't medical. That was literally just like,
Yeah.
you never know to when you drink plenty, but just pee plenty and pee clean.
And say clear please the best people.
See here I say, right? Yeah, the ass buzzing through my mind and thing. Because, you know, I can't buzz through my foot now.
But true.
Right? And I was just thinking about, because, you know, at Private Podcast, we encourage people to really get on in the brain and try to question as much things as possible now. Right? It has some slangs we be using and thing in the world. And I want us to sit down here in the most funniest way and try to figure out what these people come with them thing, boy. Like, when they come up with it, somebody telling you, you're real cool, boy. Like, what that means? Where they get that from? Why do you use cool?
Tag.
And then, they come and they change it. Say, okay.
So what?
It's K K-O-L a real word? Because cool is C-O-L-L. C-O-O-L.
So,
Right? Because now, when you're messing somebody, and they say, Dana, I'm ready to shoot.
cool.
Cool. With a K.
If you tell me I hot or I heated, then that's a bad thing.
Okay.
But if you tell me I'm cold or unapproachable, you know? But if you tell me I'm cool, just right.
Yeah. In the middle.
I'm tolerable.
No, you ain't hot, but you ain't cool. You're cool. You're cool, so like you're more cool than hot. So
No.
you ain't warm enough. Like, it's a hot here, it's a cool here, it's a
And
warm
cool in
here,
the
and
middle.
cool here. Cool in the middle,
Yeah,
warm and cool.
but then, when I tell you now, because I tell you you're cool, right? I tell you something about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see. But then I tell them that are cool way. What I mean, they, you know what I mean?
When you sit down and relax yourself, she not hot, she not feisty, she not cold, she not unapproachable, she cool. Just
Right. But then when you do some shitty thing out there, but I'm not cool and how you do that?
Because it come out of your character, because I've done classy as cool. But you're doing some shit that out of your character, so
So
that's
how
not cool.
cool become the negative one and the bad one? So imagine cool and
Cool
hot
come
brothers,
like-
brothers and sisters.
Cool come like Aladdin.
Why cool again align with the bad thing? Why can't be hot, but you get hot there, but in a bad way? Eh? Or one side-ish. And like this.
But yeah, because you're onto something, because if you tell my hot, that's a compliment too.
Yeah, so how hot
That's your
become a
hot.
positive thing and could become a negative thing?
I don't know.
Aladdin
I'm trying to
boy.
figure it out yet.
Aladdin. The Aladdin news or the Aladdin news? Cool mean too much different things.
Yeah, I see where you're going with this. I
It
just.
means too much different
And next
things.
thing, right, I just wonder. Like the word rhythm, right? I have plenty of words that is spelled one way, but you can spell it 20 different ways.
Right.
Rhythm, for example, R-I-H-T-H-M, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why the man decided to go through all that effort to do Y-T-H-M spell rhythm, you can spell R-I-D-D-I-M or something?
But
Yeah.
no.
Why you choose no vowel?
No.
Why you do that?
People is actually,
Send it at
Caribbean people is
I don't know which one's the silent one. Send.
and Caribbean people is spell with him R-I-D-D-I-M.
With music,
Most of the
language.
production there.
So, like, so then I don't go deep and find out all these words and why this was created. Maybe for that some kind of format or some kind of tool they use to create the letters and why they create letters when they create them.
Mm-hmm.
Then you figure it out. I don't figure out that. When the words can spell very simple and they choose the hard road. Like it seems to have a double meaning or something. Like why same thing, why use vowels in rhythm? It mean something is a cool.
And why words like waste can't spell the same way? What is the difference? Well, we understand the difference with the two ways,
Right? You
right?
start saying throwing waste.
Right, and we start saying wasting.
Yeah,
Right,
throwing waste.
something, right? Yeah.
The concept
But what I
is
say
throwing
is,
waste.
why it can't be spelled the same?
No,
See,
well, it's like
yeah, I think which one they
sometimes.
come with first, most likely be the body waste. And why they compare it to
But suppose the body waste is
Damage.
W-A-S-T.
You know what?
oh yeah, but after our next question.
No, but,
What is happening? No.
no, but all I don't understand, remember that is the English language. One word have 3 meanings. Check it out.
That's crazy.
So,
Yeah, and some like English and American are different spelling for the same words. Like color, for example. One is for you in it, and
I
one
want
is
to
you in
yeah,
it.
because America is just O-R.
Yeah. So the thing is cool, they don't know if you have to figure it out.
Yeah.
And next word. When you get in an accident or you run into a wall, you crash, right?
Mhm.
So how when you go down and sleep, you're crashing?
Now, can I understand that one a little bit? For crashing, don't have to be accident crashes. I mean, you ain't functioning no more. See, my computer is crashed now. So you just can't function anymore. You know? So when you crash, you're
That is in alignment with a computer. But
I
when I-
mean, your body can't function anymore. So you
when people
crash.
say, so in a car crash,
It can't function more. Most likely, it can't function more. It crashed.
Alright. Okay, we're getting bottom of the What is the taste it is get? How salt this taste to you?
I don't believe I'm not gonna say salty.
Salty.
I can't believe I just gonna say salty. Oh my god. See, not savory and not sweet. Other salties, I don't know.
Right, so how, when somebody tell you salty, that's a bad thing? Because every time we cooking, we put salt. So I did telling you, yeah boy, yeah, inside. Or I did telling you, nah, we are waste our time.
And salt in everything, as they say.
Correct.
So I mean, so that make it good or bad?
Right. So this is what we're trying to figure out here tonight.
Salt's supposed to be good in everything. If somebody say you like salt in everything, that's a compliment.
I would say, yeah, sugar is sweet. Is a compliment.
Sugar not good for you.
But sugar is diabetes.
Correct.
I don't always say everything in this world good for you is the proportions and balance. Because too much of anything could cause damage, too little of anything could cause damage. So you just get a balance.
I agree with that.
Everything is a balance. Nothing not bad for you.
Too
Too much of anything bad for you.
Anything is just no. Go back with my without. Too much of anything is bad for you, and too little of anything is bad for you.
Yeah, that's good.
And who is the measurement, or who does the measurement to know is the middle ground with that?
I think the person himself, you know what you can tolerate and you can tolerate.
Yeah, but
Because
you
too much-
can't give me
No, I say that's subjective measurement.
Correct.
Because I can be able to drink 10 beers and 50 will be too much for me. But you, 3 might be too
I'm
much for
drinking
you.
case.
Oh, right. You know? So I think this will be a subjective measure. Too much and too little.
No, but definitely life is a balance, eh? You can't have it, you know what I mean? It will never be one way.
Everything, I think everything is
Yeah.
done. See the thing, work, we don't working 5 days a week, some working 6 days a week. Imagine me have 1 day to enjoy yourself. That will balance it. That with a 3.5 day week working week for a 4 day working week.
Working hours.
So you can balance me like naturally and something
even
business.
your working hours is a balance, eh? You know what I mean? 8 to 4, whatever. Because 9 to 5 might be too much.
No man, it depends on the same 8 hours. I mentioned economy hours on the road. But 8 hours is sleeping, and 8 hours is working. That is 16 hours a week. 3 days after you you know 8 hours remaining, right? 2 hours of this is a travel and reach and dress.
Yes.
And then an hour for the eat and how many hours every day for yourself? After working and travel and everything. About 3 or 4 hours, 5 hours to play.
And then you have to tolerate
So
shit.
the daily activities is a balance.
Do the math. Somebody live in Grandy,
Somebody
working
might
in
take
Port
more,
Spain,
yeah.
and you're driving to work. Let's just say that. You have to leave from 4 o'clock, so your day starting from 4. And then when you finish work at 4, and you have to come down in the traffic, that's 3 hours at least in traffic. And then
But then you come back here and you was tired, you was sleep. So you guys have to play.
and then and then you have to see about your children.
Oh,
Then
yeah,
we
that's
start
right.
there and sort all the stuff for the next day. When is your free time now?
And then people go watch you in my
So pay me
face
from 4 o'clock in the morning.
and say, we free. How? How we free?
And I
You say free.
I think some people are so programmed. I don't want to call it program because I don't want to make it sound bad, but a person who live in their life like that, get up, go to work, come home, see your family, prepare for the next day, and the same thing every day. Weekend, do whatever. they do.
6 days a
They
week.
believe that is meaningful, that is life, that is how it's supposed to be.
And
They
there's
can't
not to,
believe
there's
like
not
that.
to some judgmental. Eh? Some people have it programmed that is the typical good life, you know.
Yeah,
And
that was
job,
it, yeah.
You say that they're 60 or 50, you
Yeah.
retire.
I see that.
Some people have that typical good life, you know. Like, oh, I didn't want to work for you as someone that is 60 to retire when I wanted to do nothing fun again. Oh, that just a perfect life. Or a good life, even though. If I can do what I want, then I just want to stop that. If I can do what I want in this life, would I be working? If I say no,
If anybody could do what they want, they want to do, okay.
no, see, that few people might like their job, yeah? Probably,
Yeah.
if it's entertainment or singer,
Yeah.
some people will actually like what they're doing. Because the majority,
But still, I believe there are people who are you really going to sing for your entire life?
even them who want break.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like a
Me-
singer artist or like a
No, any artist
Wait,
that start young.
Rihanna could sing for the rest of her life, but her money is like super told.
Right,
But yeah, what are you?
What Rihanna doing? Rihanna is not singing as much as she used to.
And apart from that, she mentioned that if she's singing for money or she's singing for because she like it. So if she because she like it, money won't matter because she like it, like doing it.
Yeah.
So it's actually like doing that. Then it's like make a job. You understand? But when you're doing money alone, you can't
Because to me,
there's a job.
Rihanna is very talented and she gave up the music for a while, for some few years well, because the makeup was doing.
And it is flawless.
Right.
Oh my
So-
gosh.
And Rihanna could jump back out there
And you can.
and destroy. You understand? But who really wants to?
Sing right.
Correct.
I see where you're going.
You know what I mean?
So, by the way, my song dropping just now. Singing here. I work with it.
I'll be on the remix.
I work with it. Hey, I think my song about one thing. I say something funny. I'll be serious.
You know,
I have songs written in my phone right now. I lost the files though. That I recorded. I recorded everything myself.
toxic. You know what takes toxic? I feel sorry, I don't need to cut that topic. But you know what takes toxic for me? When you're literally the honeymoon phase for me is the most toxic part of a relationship.
Emotional.
Not emotional. It's just the things that you're doing in the beginning. That is garbage.
We didn't begin. That's things I know about.
I wanted to hear what she said there.
What is this? What is happening?
No, you were emotional.
I'm not.
They don't know me either.
Yeah, but I don't know.
No, I think if the moon really affect emotions, right? You feel that the moon is directly related to our emotion thing, right? If there is people just forget that men have emotions too, you know. Imagine they expressed. If they man woman express their emotions.
Right.
We have plenty emotions. Just my favorite one might be rage and fucking, you know?
Yeah.
Violence.
The man,
You know? Women might be more jealousy and insecurities and them kind of. But we have emotions, all these emotions. So a man get no triple money, for a man get one person jail, so. I see that for me.
The way you say men have emotions, right? And I wish there was an avenue for men to, like, if they want to just bawl and cry and scream and pelt something, and you do that.
Some movie I say
That's
I'm not
been-
sure it but
No, it
No,
really
but-
a movie. I
some
swear to
movie
God,
I
I
think
read
it doesn't
it.
depend. There's one because of some abuse back.
That's
There's
enough
breaking,
one.
It actually
breaking
have
glass and
actually
shit.
have a
We
place
just
somewhere for that. It's like
The rage
accessory,
room.
right?
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
Like I can really vex and go and break up some glass and people. Me, as a man, such a
How
good.
do you get rid of your, let me pick one emotion, your anger?
If I'm being honest, right now in this stage of my life, I think
I get angry.
I have to about 85-90% control my emotions. Even for 100.
So in the past,
In the past,
before you had that
even
emotion,
I will express it. I don't get vexed as vexed. If I get annoyed, I will get out one time. If I don't want that to stay in
so
my brain
cuss
for
and
too long.
carry on and take
Nah, I think
it.
cuss out. I just talk my mind.
Yeah.
You know, the nation boy, fucking nation boy, you know? And I did. I don't know what you do. And I know about shit, you know what? I will see that like keep his head right through and thinking like you want to sleep. Straight up to the boy. No, I get out one time. So that ain't going to come and me tonight and live there rent free. So I deal with it. I try to deal with it one time. And that way I tend to be open and doing that. So be a concern sometimes because people expect me to deal with it.
Correct.
You know? But I deal with it one time. So what I did, what's my idea about you? I tell you that's
how
not
about
possible.
you? How you just get rid of your emotion?
How else get rid of my emotion?
Or
Like,
we pick one of your emotion. If you are feeling angry, how do you deal with your anger?
well, I feel like just find something to do, yes?
Distraction.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but in that, say again on an impulse. Like it was not a build up and that. It was like somebody just push
Well, the moment
yeah, at one time. You got this side boy.
Yeah.
I'm ready now, I'll play game. You got this side now, what can you vex already? You know?
I as a person, I have control over even that kind of situation because to me, it come like this. Like when I was going to school, everybody went through this. It always had somebody you didn't like it.
For no reason.
For no reason.
Yeah,
When I pass it, short man, okay, what guy been also. I never used to react to them things because to me, once they lash me, just smoke that. You know what I mean? So I controlling them thing for a long time. If I walk into a cruise and I bump somebody and I'm thinking about just watch them and laugh now.
Oh,
You know what I mean? I control
You remember
them
that
thing.
time, man?
Yeah, I think you
when
have
they
to
bump
be-
somebody and they want to fight and I'm
Yeah.
hated.
Yeah, and most of the time, anybody I bounce, even if the person running to me, I bounce, hey, I don't be right. And the person said the thing, I just watch them and laugh. You know what I mean?
I
Because
think you have premeditated reply, and I should do something like that for different scenarios. Because sometimes, like me, I will go in a room and I will scan the worst thing that can happen. And I will pretend, I will put my mind how react if it happen now, how to react. But don't the impulse come and I will have control and social regret now. You understand? So I don't be trying to think at the worst case scenario and picking myself reacting to it now. I mean that way you have habitual. Because the I'm bouncer and I say, but that need that point, I walk into a whole and thing. I'm a bouncer sometimes, I say, I'm looking boy. Because I think it's just natural now, because you know, it's a natural thing, you get in habit.
I think my anger now, I so do not like to get angry. What I will do, if it's bothering me, like I'm losing sleep over it, I'll premeditate it as in like, do what, same thing you do it. Do these scenarios in my head, do it over, walk and say, and then in the morning, like if the situation presents itself, and it doesn't go the way how I'm ready to pop off, I will let it go. So from that moment forward, I don't even want it in my life. I remove that energy out of my life.
As I mentioned, I think that's slightly similar, bro. You know what's the trigger me sometimes? They say me and a female or something, argue, right? And like, if I can predict what she going to do, what she going to say, or what how she going to behave, and she come and behave the same way, some reason I get vexed. Some reason I get
Do
vexed.
something different.
I feel like I'm vexed for, because it happened to me too. You're disappointed.
That is so typical to me, you got something.
Yeah, you're disappointed in that. Yeah, most people are that. I want to do that. This bad. I should do that same thing, right?
I should go and
You're disappointed because this for me, I would be disappointed because I look failing.
Right.
I tell myself, nah, she go and prove more wrong. And
I feel like I'm going to be wrong.
so you're more disappointed.
You're come on, tell us something.
I still do something, right? I still do deal females, right? Female friends, I'm like,
We listen.
and they say, my man, you're going to find out this other woman. I said, sometimes your man is be around other women. That is inevitable. But sometimes he's be seeing why you with you.
Okay, what that again?
Sometimes when men are around all these women, they be seeing, yeah boy, men just do that. Well, I do that, yeah boy. See why with Adana.
Yeah.
Because even though these girls looking good and we lying and thing, I don't want to be with these girls. You understand what I'm saying? Is a thing now. So in that same situation, if they know these girls over here might do that we think and she not one one, you end up doing the same thing. It's disappointment. Because you're not looking at it like that, nobody. You know what I mean? Like it come like this. You ever meet a dude, or they're going out on a date, some situation take place and he just said a cussiest thing.
No.
Right. But what I'm saying is,
Sorry, no.
you never looked at him like that. So you're vexed and you're disappointed too. Because you never looked at him like that.
I see where
That's
you're
what I'm saying.
going in. I see it.
I think if people was truthful, committed more truthful anymore, relationship will never end.
No, but they get
I disagree.
I don't know. We should be the one end because I did sit.
So you lie in the beginning of your relationship.
I don't like period. And that's why.
So that's why I'm saying like okay, understand the circumstances where a person's like, hey, I had this big job, this big chain thing, like money to in this, something it will have to understand that. But for the genuine relationships where you say, I need you to be submissive or I need you to be an alpha.
That is me. I don't need nothing from you. I don't lie, I don't know from you. I not, because if I'm in a relationship, I go with understanding, knowing that you are you will be you have to be you. Anytime I try and change that, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
You're gonna be devil's advocate here. You're asking for something from the person already without asking.
No, I'm not asking.
You just said, I need you to be you. And I'm asking
the
them to.
reason I'm with you because you are you. So it's not that going with you and asking you to be somebody else. No.
Right? And that's an ask.
No, I never
I'm
do that.
asking you not to change.
Yeah, but I did. I agree actually. But I
You agree with me?
yeah, I agree. I believe in the honesty partner. Like if it be your true self, same as like this, right? I see it and movies and plenty times. You'll be walking in the mall with your date, your girl, whatever, and you say you're walking attractive, and you would want to watch, but you want to watch because why? It's a stigma to watch another girl when you're with a girl. Not me.
You watch it?
We want.
Or
I
no,
Right now.
I'm sorry.
Wait, how will I even know if she looking good or bad? I mean, I'm gonna watch pervertedly or in a way that is
Wow. Wow.
I just watch everybody
No,
and I'm gonna pretend I cannot see.
You're not
she got
watching.
nice booty. I'm saying,
Dang.
she got nice booty, yeah? So yeah,
You're not watching. We're watching.
right, that's it. So it's supposed to be. You understand? So when you start this kind of thing, say that like fakery, like
And
fakery.
you know that some girls choppy too. And girl might say thing, you see that girl bottom? And they watch, who is that? Say, watch she bottom?
I must watch it. What we do?
If I become a man, I'm comfortable enough to like say, hey, dark, you're hot and genuinely mean it.
Yeah.
You know?
That girl look good. I say my girls look
Yeah.
bad. That girl look good. So I was saying she look good, but
But
you know
for
what?
the moment, I have double standards and saying, okay, I'm asking you to look at that girl and to compare to myself. That is low self-esteem and me.
Nah, we comparing. But what I'm saying is,
I'm very good.
nah, we do not comparing at all. But what I'm saying is, if I walk in and I look at that girl and my girl watch me and judging me off of that, then I am a category that I didn't know I was in there. But to me, if I watch a girl and she see me, I used to have, like, if my girl tell me, I see watching that girl, I say, it should be more worried if it's watching man.
Correct.
Fair. I agree
Like, if you are a sponsor,
I mean, 2024, no judgment, but you're absolutely
nah,
right.
judge me, not me. But I say be worried about that now, buddy. You know what I mean? Because
I just find females that get triggered for stupidity, and most stupidity is when they learn from TVs and
yeah,
internet
I'm
and
single
So I
friends.
see people getting on some TV and
I'm
they feel-
I'm single
if it's
friends.
so it's supposed to
I'm
be.
single friends.
That becomes the default. If it's so it's supposed to be.
You
Some
don't
girls
even
feel like
get-
you didn't argue. You're not in a relationship, you know. Because you're
Nah.
based on argument, you know. You understand? You're in a relationship based on argument. And that 2 weeks pass. And you talk about something wrong here, you know. You know, you know.
Yeah, but the thing is,
No, you're on to something. And again, I was like, he's like, cool. And then I was like, saying, I got asked where I go with. And then he goes, but you say you're coming back. I said, but you're not gonna ask where I'm going. So he said, so Dance, where you want? An argument? Where the hell you going? And this was me. Well, I'm going. So I'll come back.
Yeah.
But
It's habit, I
no,
feel.
it's not argument,
why?
it's concern. Shallow concern, man.
No, you can force that behavior on the man.
His logic was, and just say coming back, we're asking where you're going for.
And that means subconscious, yeah. That means subconscious, I think.
Nah, I actually.
And that's something where you're doing consciously. I think you're doing subconsciously because it's in your brain. Is that what you think it's supposed to be? You think it's supposed to be like that?
I don't want to quarrel with anybody in life again. I don't want to quarrel with like work. I don't want to quarrel with a guy I'm with. I don't want to quarrel with my son. I don't want to quarrel with
I the
nobody.
same way. Watch me, I love to debate. People tell me watch me debating and think I quarreling because I get emotional about my debate sometimes.
Oh really?
But
I never noticed that.
I don't be angry. I don't be annoyed. You know some people will be debating with the voice.
sarcasm there?
Yeah, I like debate, but it don't be argument. I don't like to argue, especially for opinions. I don't tell people that. I don't argue opinions at all.
Yes, always say that.
Yeah, I don't say that. But debate, here you go now, man. You tell me this blue, I say red, and we go down the line.
No, I don't want to argue again in life. So I rather just, if I have to go somewhere where I know that my energy will be shifted, because really and truly, the reason why I don't want to argue anymore, when my energy off, I am not able I am not able to
Function.
communicate with other people. So even though like, okay, so if I fall out with Prezi, yeah? And I come to talk to you, I'll be very fake, as in I'll be like, because in my mind, I'm studying how we fall out here. So I don't want that for me. So I don't want to fight. I don't want no drama. I don't want no man bringing no nothing to me. I would not end up on the page.
Sorry, it's a man, yeah? So respect, yeah? And they say that. I too. When I vex, dog, I vex.
My misery doesn't like company.
I can't make up sex, you know. I vex, so I can go on sex, I vex. I don't think we'll get better.
So we have to do, just pause.
I need to say this.
Pause. Just you go.
I need to say this.
What?
Right?
If I vex, I vex.
I realize as much as we are dig different, we plenty the same. Right? Because I like I was telling my story the other day, I can't be fake. If I vex with a situation, if me and Dan are dealing, or they tell me, boy, you know my brother do me, I coast on you, brother. When I see brother, yeah, agree with you, brother.
So like second hand
Because I
anger.
can't do it. If I do like something, like if you tell me, you know my aunt is be doing me and you frustrated and you telling me and I see her aunt, I coast like it's me because I can't, and as this type of person too. If I sit down in a room and we doing business and I know you getting robbed, I can't entertain it. I go and sit down and I know you're getting robbed here, right? If you say, okay, cool, okay, we forward.
Yeah.
But I can't, to me, if I sit down, and not saying anything, I accomplice too. Even though I might be financially gaining now. That's just me.
Transparency, man. Over transparency.
Yeah.
And that is the same thing. As I mentioned that, I stopped taking one-sided information, right? I want to know. So, you could come and tell me anything about anybody or anybody at all.
Yeah.
I would just take it as information. I would never believe it unless I verify at least one more person, which could be the source or the party who was involved, right? So, like, I thought most people I think is go through this fault, you know. I will come and say, Adana, you know this guilty thing and whatever. And she will believe me. Yeah, she gone. She's a verify information. She's a confirm. I know people, if you tell me anything about any one of my friends, and you feel it's a secret, it won't be a secret, because I would verify it with them. Don't tell me nothing about Persia and whatever. I was surprised, is that true? You think? I come and ask her, what I mean, true? I never believe what you say. You understand? So don't come in and tell me, hey, don't tell she. No, don't start so. Don't tell she. I was telling she. I tell her.
You know what that is plenty?
Don't tell me. You know?
And you know what that is going plenty? Your place.
Hate it.
You're getting a new supervisor. Somebody tell her, boy, that see that whole thing got come in there, he him so no, he take watch now, he gonna be real on me. When the supervisor come, you and them so.
Very cool, you know.
Because it's really the person who telling you is the problem, eh?
Yeah.
I had a situation like that already, and it was a he said, she said thing.
Of course.
And then, you know how I ended it?
That plenty.
You know how it ended? I lost sleep over the situation because I was like in disbelief in so many things that you would think that what is being said would come from me, you know, you wouldn't come to me.
Say,
yeah, all of that, beat my, and then I waited like a period for you to come to me.
A period, like a full stop, come on,
like a probably like 2 days, 3 days, or whatever. I'll get more than 24 hours.
Alright.
You know, for you to think. And you didn't. Let me tell you what can happen from in the workplace moving forward. You will be here. We will communicate for work purposes. But after you step out of the circle where you're communicating for work, you will not exist.
In your hand.
You know.
Any workplace, if it's one thing I just say, it have plenty followers, no leaders.
In your
workplace.
Yeah.
So, Missouri like company.
Mine doesn't.
Right? And if a person come to tell me something about some firefighter or some my assistant, then I'm okay, right. I will tell you, I don't know what you're talking about, no, bro. You know what I mean? Because to me, that don't concern me. And when the person come, I will deal with the person as is.
Yeah. I would say, anybody hear something about me and believe it without even consulting with me, that's my friend to start with. Because one, you should know me as a person, and if you don't, you should be good enough to come and confront me and say, I hear about whoever case is it true? Especially if it's bothering you. You understand? If you ain't do that, you're not my friend. And that's it. The definition of friend is knowing your friend, even if there are faults. And that's it. You're supposed to know if that is the kind of character person is. And if you think it is, you say I have to go and verify information.
Right.
Notice you go take information, you lock up somebody because you get false information.
Right. And everybody not like the same. Meaning like, okay, even if I do something over and over and over and over and over and you hear something that, you know, that sounded a little shaky that I didn't do, there's a possibility I did it, you know. Maybe I had an off day. You know, maybe I retaliated over something. Maybe whatever the case is, you should be mature enough
So come on.
to come to the source.
Exactly.
But if you believe he say, she say, I saw a message, not a message, like a meme today. I heard something about you. Is it true? And then the person commented, yeah, true. Didn't he?
Yeah. If you hear it and you believe in it.
That's gonna be my mantra from now on. You hear whatever it is, whatever. I don't even care. I'm not encouraging nothing that not aligning with my energy.
I like
moving
to say
forward.
energy there, being spiritual and thing. But let me tell you, as I said that, you see, emotions
Yeah, I really emotional.
is
about
one
it.
of the hardest things to control in life.
Correct.
To the control emotions, and I try to work on that right now. Eh? I mean all emotions. I just so much wrath and anger. I mean, and jealousy. You know, anything we think about is the hardest to control. No? Most problems are caused based on emotions. You know? You watch it.
Correct.
Down the line, everything is caused based on emotions.
Even in the running of the world, most
Yeah,
of the
emotions.
emotional decisions.
Emotion,
Yeah.
emotion is the killer.
If you it come like this, it come like you in charge of a crew and you come to vex or you see some man, let's get vexed and just tell everybody push up.
Or you want to
take
be
the
next
for the job, yes. You just cause you vex. You know what I mean? Emotional decision. Yeah.
But I think it have emotions that is trump other emotions.
Yes.
But it's the harder ones to enforce in your life. Like laughter, for example. If you're an individual, always laughing, always happy, I think that will counteract plenty negative emotions.
Yeah.
You understand? Imagine you always happy, always vexed. Man come bounce you, say you get vexed, and hey boy, you yeah, boy, and you cool and you happy, and you pass a joke. There's emotions I want to have. I want to have them kind of emotions.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you, right? I was a happy person. I like to talk real shit. Every time I go on a new shift or I go on a new station, I tell them that. That's one of my characteristics. I like to talk shit because as a firefighter, we see crazy things out there, people dying in front of you and all those kind of thing. And we don't really have much of that counseling vibe. So we laugh.
I prefer that. Any circumstances.
But at the end of the day, I was going to say, come on, this. Right?
Sometimes
Plenty, alright, I'm not going to say, plenty of we laughers, there's whole plenty inside too.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? Because we just don't want to study that. So we laugh, everybody laugh.
Without.
Well,
You know what I used to do? I used to, like, if somebody does something that is just totally off, it's affecting all other people, I will sit and say, I wonder why they do that and try to understand why they did that. You know, it was a down moment for them and make excuses. I used to do that. And I realized, like, no, it's either I do it too many times or I realize that shit is draining AF.
Nah.
So I do not even, if you come with your negative energy and it absolutely does not concern me in any way,
yeah, somebody knocking,
just mind my business.
telling me.
Yeah, sorry, but that
Hi.
folks.
Yeah,
Good night.
yeah, we're just shooting our podcast there, right? So,
You know your podcast.
oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead, Adana. Don't lose your train of thought.
Now all I'm saying, like, I can't do it anymore. These days I don't have the strength. And I'm super
I think trying to understand people's emotions, like how you do it, you say?
used to do it.
It's
Yes,
the key.
yes,
That's
yes,
the key,
yes.
I think. That's the key.
That
Cause-
draining.
No. So you can understand it and can predict it, it's be easier to deal with. So that you don't get hit by surprise.
Yes. But then I'll be like, how come I know not to do this and you doing this all willy-nilly?
Nah, here what I feel is your problem, Adana. You expect too much.
I do.
You expect people too much.
I
And
do.
You can't pre that. What you have to expect is about 10 different scenarios. Right? You can't And then you can't, as I said this earlier in our show, you can't expect something that somebody don't know. Right? If you have a boyfriend and when you come home you like to get your toes rubbed, you can't expect him to
Now,
just
two
know
different
that.
things. I think we're talking about
No, but let me say,
inappropriate behavior. For example, if I bring a girl here and let me say we're talking something random like mammograms. Just so you take off.
When mammogram, I know it's big word. When mammogram. Go ahead.
Yeah. What's that?
And then she sit down in the middle there and just take off her boobs and do that. I'm gonna be like,
Tell your point, Adana.
WTF? But then we understand that she demonstrated mammograms and things, but I still be like, oh, the podcast is on. Why would you do that kind of vibe?
You just do something over
You
it.
looking at other people and expect them to behave like you. And you
But it's
understand-
okay to show your boobs on a podcast.
Everybody different. Everybody, and that
Yes.
what makes people different. That the own character. That was differentiate the wild ones, the fun ones, the joyous ones, the sad ones, the angry ones.
I don't know what he yes for. The yes for his conversation or yes to show your boobs on the podcast.
Yes.
Both
yes,
podcasts is like this
everything.
too.
Yeah.
Both podcasts is like this
Yes.
too.
Must be a yes for a man, buddy.
Yeah. So and that's it. People are different. Or we are
You
different
know much
fingerprints.
times, right?
It's
I
supposed to be
went to
different.
limes and parties and things. And it had the one female, we playing cards or we doing whatever. It had that one female.
Facts.
Everything come out, she mouth is slackness. And after the lime, the first man approached, she not on her man.
And I
But
like that.
because we hear slackness out she mouth all the time, we assume
That's what you want.
she's the easy one now. But she not on it. She
So she's socially inappropriate.
Nothing inappropriate.
what appropriate is subjective.
She can be the most fun in the line. Because she talking rudeness, she can be the most fun to somebody else.
But sometimes,
and
or subjectively, or sometimes, oh my god, why this girl watching mode? Oh my god.
But true, yeah, that's our point. And that's what I like to think. I like to line in our environment where everybody have a different characteristic or character, personality.
Yeah.
And they being themselves, they being their authentic self now. I like that. I be enticed or entertained by people's character. And now I know my friends. I know who's always about the jokes, who always get angry fast. You can't tell about the mother. I know all of them, you know. And I provoke them. I have to provoke them, but I know them.
We don't say we cannot tell about the mother.
Yeah, some emotional, some you can't tell them the mother talk.
Nah, not
You
really.
know what?
Yeah, all everybody different. And then you fun in it, I find. I find there's the fun in it. People being different.
I couldn't get a rat how you tell me about my mother. I mean, you can tell me what you want about my mother. But I mean, to his point, I just came from a line, but a friend of mine, some guys came up from South, two friends. And after they bumped, and there's two of us there, and they's a good friend of mine. So we drinking, we smoking something.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I'm 18 now. So, but you know, person was talking slackness all the time. You thinking, oh, yeah.
Yeah, true.
And you know what? You keep it real.
Yeah.
Big up, Roger.
Yeah.
Be friend too.
We got me friend and said no thanks.
Yeah.
No, and that, like, you see, that gentleman, like, when you're being yourself, but that mean is that true person.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fun, you know,
Nah,
you're
man, she can
vibes.
talk what she want.
But you know, sometimes, right? Like, I was doing this kitchen for this lady, right? I was introduced to her by a friend of mine. And, you know, she came home from cruise ship. She was on a cruise ship. And, you know, I met her before she left, right? But that was just a one-time thing. And we vibed real good talking to her while she's out there and everything. So she came home and now she called me the man of business. And now, seeing this woman in foil, I'm like, oh, it's a nice day. But here was the thing. Because we have such a good thing going, if you step there, it's going to complicate it. Imagine this lady look at me and say, you know what? Give me 10 grand. US. She said,
What?
I need to get this change.
Man, that is.
I need to get it changed.
All right.
Because she look at me now as a man of business. When you go there, you mess up a whole thing. Now she's going back in a couple of weeks now. Now she want the wall put up and everything, and she's sending everything to me now. Now, I mean, she pays handsomely. So you know what you're saying, like this.
And that's, as you
Go
say
there,
that.
go here.
And you say that.
So you got
What do you think about that, like, mixing business with pleasure free? What do you think about that?
I
Sometimes pleasure is when the fight, you know.
Sometimes. Most times. But
Go specific. Get an example, like for way, like in the workplace, you'll date.
Any person you have business relationship
So-
with, but they're attractive enough to want to have a sexual or
I'm glad you said that. We was having a conversation, I was like, I some brethren I was like with every Friday and thing. And I tell them, firefighters, brethren, right? Working with me. And I working in the work 18 years old. I've never been with a female firefighter in the work now.
Oh, you-
And then you believe me.
you play.
That's a long time, man.
No
Like,
fun,
because
no
I've
fun.
never
No sneaking you to
nothing, nothing with you. Like nothing.
They keep that the dog, right?
I want to learn
So I never be talking about boy, this one and that one, and I like, who's them?
You can be professional, right? True.
You know what I mean?
But that by force or by choice?
By choice.
Because you know, farmers do much females and you
You know what what's going my police station for me? You know what I mean? So I think again it's a control because
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah,
I can't say
it
from
is.
a past though.
Yeah.
Right?
What you done? Any work experience?
No, you know, like zero, none.
No.
None.
Is she real
I-
Catholic?
I worked with. I have worked and I work with beautiful people. You could envision it. You know that if you have a family with this person, it will be the best night ever.
I don't think so far now.
Wait,
What's up?
I ain't thinking so far.
Hold on.
Let me go back.
The girl say family.
She taking them line one time.
Wait, tell me.
Oh my
When
God,
I
let me
get
go
see
back.
a man, I used to think that was a joke, but when I can see a man,
She
I
taking
say,
them line.
Let me finish.
this man, I can pick him up.
Let me finish.
She don't study.
No,
What?
females are different.
What SCA?
Because of the nature of the job, you know that this person is naturally a caring, loving person.
You don't study in UE?
But let me tell you why. Well, for me, I could talk for myself. I would not, and it never happened. I have great relationships with all. Let's say we're talking about the guys. We do not cross the line. Nobody, offensive or whatever.
I could not be a good friend to her. She's too sweet to be a good friend to her. No, listen to me. When you see a woman like this, could you have a real, I mean,
Now, I be honest,
Yeah.
I had a few platonic relationships with people that were very attractive.
they was ugly.
No, they was attractive. I choose not to go there.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Why?
No, alright, let me tell you, right? I choose not to go there is not the same as if she slip, I go slide.
Figure skates.
Yeah.
I just go jump on myself and make up for love and make it awkward.
Because
Yeah.
for me, I have female friends like, okay, I'll use Adana for example.
Yeah.
I show people will see me and they'll be like,
Think,
"Sister,"
yeah,
I will say like, nah, I'm home girl. Sister, you never heard drunk shit? And I watch you be like,
And I won't believe you, know.
yeah,
I don't believe you, know.
My whole thing, Adana too went to be as a close friend.
All of
Don't
them.
talk to me. Don't talk to me. But
Mark safe from the Tennessee boys. Tennessee girls. Mark safe.
Now, I think eventually, when I let me person over and over and over,
yeah.
I think it's got custom.
Familiarity breeds.
Yeah, familiarity beats content.
Yeah.
So I think it's got custom. So if a stranger no scenes, you'll be like, wow, yeah. But you see, it's supposed to be like, choose to be like a normal.
That is true. Sometimes you hang with a female for a long time.
Is that
and
cool,
they say,
see,
you know what?
man?
Yeah, we good
Yeah.
like that. And that is what happened to me tonight. Like Sam say, well, we too good for that. And I'm like,
Yeah, but
yeah, some of
Not that good.
And I used to tell some person that yeah, I don't know who to jam and you have to know who to love.
Yeah.
no, and
That can't just what.
I do that already, you know. It has to do friendships I started or was starting, and I tell the females and them, I'm not trying to be in a platonic relationship with you, you know. I say it all front. I'm not trying to be best friends here, you know.
Yeah.
I can't see myself being that Before, I want to do that. But now,
Yeah.
I watching your vibes. I know it could be a problem to my life.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't be too much.
Yeah. And you know, I like what you say. You're going to be a problem in my
I ain't saying we can be friends, but just be careful on your trend because I tell you my intention. Then go. You know?
And that's all that females wicked too.
Yeah, man, I find that a harsh word, boy.
4 against 1 right now.
Yeah, fuck against one.
I not take my personality as well.
All the females, I'm going to come out wicked too. Because all they go about, I do so they owe me.
And lead them
I'll
on.
come in and check him.
And someone will lead them on.
Boy short. Yeah. Tin shop tough with no brown. You understand?
Yeah, I find that to be
Come in to tell him how I'm coming him out last night.
You see what this guy just said?
You understand?
I had a friend, Trini Phillips. And
That's how.
yo,
I know what happened.
Equal the names, we don't do that here.
sorry, Trini. She used to bring it real to your boy. Last night, XYZ. And you know, Dan, how you, I mean, you know in your heart, you want to deal with that situation, you know. But how you fix that, boy? And she telling you all what happened
Yeah, like it out.
last night, ting. I mean,
It's some
No. Go ahead.
some movie I see or a couple movies that end up they always have this guy playing a best friend role. And I think eventually the best friend always end up being with the guy. For some shit reason, and there's always last longer because I think has been so long as a best friend, there's exactly know the person better.
Yeah, that's
no, they didn't like, you know. And most girls is bypass that best friend role, and they didn't know that the person could really be suitable for you because they already know that good now.
And 2.5 Men, not Charlie, the last one.
I missed another movie.
Sam Kutcher was his name.
Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher, right. And there was a movie I saw with him, that same scenario, they didn't just talk. And
Big up Ashton.
yeah, big up Ashton. I mean, they end up really good friends, and then in the end,
They don't get
dealing with
it.
it.
Yeah, it's having movies like that.
Yeah,
Not-
And that be some common sense.
But not for the opposite sex, but it's hard, boy. I mean, I can't, like, Adana, how could I have a good friend? How could I have Adana as a good friend?
How could you have me? How could you have me as a good friend and not?
Brethren, I mean, you look like a
Tell-
straight dude, but
Tell them.
I think
Now, me personally,
you have a.
I lose my thirst when I was about 19 or 20. No,
You're not talking about for me, talk about the general.
you know, it's good to your face when you're really hot, really horny. You just want to fuck everything with everybody.
This young boy, 20.
No, I lose it fast. Like, boy. No, I just remember Trinity about 16 or 17. You know.
Now he's a hoe.
16, 17?
16, 17, you bust it.
No, 6, 7, I busted. I get fed
I
up.
mean, you bust it late, but.
Nah, between all my partners, I busted.
Whore.
Really?
Late.
I had sex at 12, I mean.
See, like 12.
This boy.
12, my picking just style.
The views of the people.
You know why I always tell people 12 is the best age to have sex. You put do then. It goes slow.
Cause they ain't breaking.
Okay. I mean, it might be a little absurd, but 12 is a good
12
age.
year olds.
The first time I
Get the
masturbate,
courage from this show to go have sex, please. 18 years and over.
Wait till you're married.
I watch your podcast all the time.
oh nice man, thanks a lot, thanks a lot.
Bad still, bad
I'm
still.
not seeing the other guy, but I mean, but now,
Just now wait. You watch it all the time and you never see me? Okay.
no, there's another young lady.
Another time run that probably.
You know what I mean?
Or next one.
But this dude is always here.
Yeah, like
He's
that
always
you.
entertaining. You know, he's always entertaining. For real. But I mean, it's a good thing, you know.
We also do debates this song, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Oh my gosh.
Debates. But with debates, our men come with the workings. Let's come and debate with them out. Show your reason, show your working, get experiments.
Correct.
Can you know?
Correct.
Bring a
Extra mark for working.
bring a blackboard and show you some kind of calculation. We do it in a manner that we not just talking, opinions, versus opinions. You come with reasonings why you believe this and this. So, proper debates, anything.
Yeah.
Politics, religion, conspiracy,
But I mean, on a serious
anything.
note, what you all think about the whole Christmas situation?
That's a good topic, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
Go ahead.
we'll just go and get to that. That Christmas situation to me is nonsense. Right? because the man just went in certain areas. Now, from what I have paid attention to, he didn't just go to if you
One
want to call it
area,
ghetto
1, 6
area.
or
He
7.
didn't just go there.
Visit.
He went other places too. Right? I think it's a smokescreen because he has identified things that a lot of Trinidadians didn't know about. Hey, we have naive people around here. There still exist people who driving in a garage
And
with a
thinking
car
that
running and
there's
all
not the real
starting.
world.
Right. They have naive people who don't know about these things. Right? I am always kind of shocked going on here. Now, when you're watching a video with a man interviewing some youth men in that
Youngsters with
area
gun and-
with gun big like one big Sue, walking the streets like nothing. That and you ask yourself, so who the police boy? So when things like that, I mean, when you look, say like if you're a person from another country and you looking at it, you say, wait, I don't know, this man just walking the street, just the men of them walking normal, they're not walking and looking around or being, they're just walking. So it's showing up what not happening now. That what not the execution again. I just seen from what I see, and because I don't even understand why they're arresting him.
Is that your personal opinion?
That was personal
Yeah,
opinion from what I saw.
Here what I think, yeah. One, I think it's abuse of police powers, right? But I can understand police perspective, yeah. One, they could be making sure look bad on the whole, and
Right.
two, they could get crucial information about people from him. But me control my emotions now, I think it have a better way to get information. And if he uses the better energies, friendliness, respect, hey, come on, man, I talk, you know, I should get more information that you use fear tactics or advantage, you know, hey, lock up and try, you know. For sure, that's the purpose, eh? To try and get intel on certain places being and heads and, you know.
They're basically charging him, well, again.
But sedition was
Which is-
passed on it last
Yeah.
law.
They basically
So,
say he encouraging the gangs and
yeah.
he would incite violence because gangs seeing other gangs artillery and etc etc.
But if I may say, right, I mean this whole Christmas thing for me, the law was passed in 2023, I think. I mean the anti-gang law.
Anti-gang law.
Alright. So he said he came here as an independent journalist, but she's not an independent. He's a blogger, right? Just like how we.
Well, I mean,
But he's independent,
as
yeah?
a disposal engineer, as a garbage man.
Yeah.
So,
But no, we all know what is an independent or what journalists fall under, right? So they even want to say, all right, you came into the country illegally. Now, in Trinidad and Tobago, you can only come here as one thing or two things: either a student visa, you come on a student visa, or you come here as a tourist, right? So you came here on a tourist visa, right? My thing about that, now it comes down to political because
political.
this guy came here, right, and he showed up the government. Now you're saying that I don't have money. Because, for instance, if you want crime to stop in the morning, crime can stop in the morning. You pass all kind of legislation. It's there. You put up 500 cameras recently. From the crime to home, that is your headline. It costs $60 million taxpayers' money. My point is this. You take Amalgamated, you pay them $34 million.
Zong, but
No, I'm coming to this. $34 million per year. You hired this guy 10 years ago from the United States. He was former commissioner of police of the as a consultant to tell you what I will tell you who never went to college.
Correct.
Amalgamated is 1%.
Correct.
Junior Sammy
Amalgamated in Barbados too.
but they all over the Caribbean.
Right.
But Junior Sammy pays every year as the election come around, they give to both sides of the UNCPN. Political parties.
Right.
So whoever wins, regardless, that money is inside.
contract.
You pay $34 million to Amalgamated every year to transport prisoners. The guy simply said to you this. The first thing you're supposed to do, if it is, this is, you want to fight crime, you build a prison, proper prison. And then inside the prison, you're going to put a court that operate morning and night.
You see that?
Yeah.
That's a good idea, you know.
And
I'm very sensitive, but that's a good idea, you know.
Therefore, there is no transportation of anything whatsoever.
And quicker services. When they are waiting for years.
God, we fell up a crime. These brothers doing it day and night. They don't care. Because let me tell you something, eh? I had it out well with a traffic agent, a traffic warden.
The advantage of traffic wardens, boy.
Yeah. My words to her was not pleasant. So
Not everybody can handle power, eh?
yeah, true. So I end up in the court to pay a cell phone ticket. I had to plead guilty immediately. The judge, how you plead? I said, I plead guilty, your worship, because I know there's no way to win that case. But what I'm trying to say, I ended up downstairs in the cell for 6 hours. It was a well-learned experience for me.
Right.
And while I was there listening to all these fellas, there was one particular guy. He said he'd been in YTC since he was 12 years old until he ended up in big prison. So
I thought that was you know, because I know you traveled to
it wasn't me.
I was trying to.
I said to him, I said, you know, because when you reach in here, I said, what you in for? And then he will tell you what is the situation, what you're going to get, what you're not going to get, wherever. So you know, he understands the law. So I come into the point that these same criminals, they understand the law. They understand the law so well. If I kill a man, if I rob a man, if I shoot a man, this is my situation. Jail, no jail, time, whatever.
Etc., etc.
You know, I mean,
They know the risk. They know the risk. And the cater
And the risk not great.
so crime pays because when you're telling me you pay for 500 cameras $60 million, somebody feed from that.
Yeah.
And it didn't work, but it didn't function.
And put up the camera. Who get the contract to put up the camera? Who get the backlash on the money?
Creating opportunities to get money.
You understand? Amalgamated transport the prisoners every year. You know the solution. And then these brothers walk around Port of Spain with the big nines and they do the thing big, open daylight, no mask, nothing. They understand it. Even though we pass laws, boy.
I don't think law is a thing to control crime.
It's not a deterrence.
I mean, it's a control crime.
But law is supposed to govern a society.
The more laws they have in a nation, is the less freedom you get. So the more laws they keep passing, is the less freedom you keep getting. Because eventually, as a system or economy that have too much laws, don't have no freedom.
Yeah, but
The thing is, education is the thing you need to handle. Is to educate the youth, educate people how and probably proper by fair opportunities.
You know, I
Start
can't
point.
agree with you on there because
Exactly.
the reason why I may not agree to you there is this. Everybody don't have that brain space, boy.
That was education.
no,
You know, I heard
not
that song.
everybody meant to be doctors,
Yeah,
you know.
but you know, I heard
Yeah,
that
that's
song
what people
along,
meant to be
and the song was by
selling water.
True, not.
I can't
And
remember.
they have a place in the
Yeah, I
world.
can't remember the Jamaican artist who said that at Bonjour, where you replace education with a gun. And it's true. Because if it is I'm going to have a conversation with this young lady, we are having a conversation. Proper recently, last local election, I remember the area manager to this area, she said to me, you know, you have to vote. You have to vote in order to get school and to get road and all these things.
No,
and
you entitled to that.
I said,
Any government in power entitled to give you that.
I said to Miss Nobel, I said, you can't tell me that.
I will give you a joke. Now people so corrupted by these politics thing, right? There's a time I was coming home from work and I met a friend of mine who was, by the time elections was going on, so she was parading with a political party. That time there was COP. She was with COP, right? Big up COP.
Former safety.
Right?
Cup.
Yeah. So she stopped my thing and she make some statement as to say she don't know I in alliance for a particular party
Judge
because of where I work in.
Right.
Right? So my response is still, well, I working for any government with power. Yeah, that's how I say, because if I working under Minister of National Security and UNC power, then I working for UNC.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone. And if
Okay,
any had the power,
my
give it, yeah, it doesn't matter. So just but the so that politics thing is a big, but that will be a big swoop. And
I
as I was
think-
talking about the law just now, I'm gonna say this. Laws is one thing, but enforcing it is the next. I can have real rules here as a father. And my children breaking the rules and I'm not doing nothing
No,
to
but
them.
it's there. It's just keyword.
Right?
Enforcement.
No, we don't enforce.
You know what?
That you
what
police
I'm saying-
job.
What I'm saying, you see, brainwash is another thing. Because when you going to tell me I have to vote in order to get school and road, listen, and the question, what my reply was to her is that the resources of any country must trickle down to its citizens. Has to. Because you're in power. The oil doesn't belong to you. The pitch lake doesn't belong to you. And whatever resources our country has does not belong
You
to
just
the government.
responsible for the management.
You understand?
of the resources.
So you cannot, but you see, politics on the whole is a brainwash because you cannot come and tell me that crap. Because I will tell you, hey, I don't have to vote for none of these things. A government job is to provide for me education and security. Most importantly, security. So whatever resources our country has, it must trickle down to me. I go to the hospital, I get free healthcare.
I would say to trick it down. I think we as a nation, we own the country.
Well, that's
It's
my
our own.
point.
It come like we the
That's my
country
point.
and we hire somebody to do the accounts first.
You
To do the economics
Right.
first. And not they in
That makes the
control.
office, yeah.
And that I always say, any government to impress me, the time they become transparent, they come and say, all right, this trade that money, I plan to spend this and this and spend. I show some kind of financial breakdown in the papers every 6 months or something when the money spending, and even give us an input how to spend the money. You think we should buy a new bill for Tobago? And you have a poll. So it's supposed to be, we supposed to have a say.
That's how it's supposed to
We supposed to have a
be.
say.
That's how it's supposed to be.
If a party,
That's how it's supposed to be.
if a party actually do that,
Don't get
be
through.
transparent. Even if they might be still taking somebody's side, they will never lose the election.
You never.
You know what that come like? That come like a man owing your money.
Yeah. That's what
Right?
you want to hear.
That come like a man owing your money. And every Friday he telling you, Friday. He calling you, he make a call and tell you, Friday, boy.
Yeah.
And then when the next Friday come, he call you, boy, Friday I give
Right.
you. You know you will never bother that man for that money.
Yeah.
The fact that he
That
calling
will
you
go
and
on,
you come
yeah,
in
the
here
fact that he calling you.
and getting your heads up on
It's
there.
when he not calling you and he not answering the call.
Yeah.
That's when it's become a problem.
Facts.
Yeah, no, but that's so real, and that's why I think politics is such a dirty game. And I always tell people, I try to educate myself through the system as much as possible. I'm not saying that I am well learned, but I try to educate myself through the system
Everybody
because
knows everything.
it's the only way you will get by.
Sometime in the future, I going up for politics. For the fun of it.
Here we go.
And if I do go up, I could be the most transparent politician.
Nah, you're talking that
No, I can't- no,
You have to declare
I am naturally transparent. I'm naturally
everything.
honest.
You're naturally
And
honest.
I don't want nothing from them. Like I really don't want nothing. I'm
Right,
comfortable.
right.
So and they can't buy me.
Yeah.
And they can't cancel me.
I just feel like for me, I can't be, I can't be a politician because no, nobody say that. I could be, but I can't be the program one. I can't come
Exactly.
on the pedestal
Yeah,
and
that's
say,
it. They can't buy me or control
yeah, I
me.
can't be here.
I will actually go and send the people.
I have this resources, and I will try to help Greenville or wherever as much as I could. And who need this? I could have that. We don't have this. We don't. Yeah, I don't know.
But I honestly think when you get there, it's a totally different story. Because
No,
I agree. If you're not accustomed to it.
Yeah.
You see why I think right in my life, I went through my own phase already. That nothing impressed me no more. Nothing good make me satisfied. I mean, I was steal money.
So what you're saying-
And I attracted money. I attracted wealth. Like
that you had cricks before you had steak.
I went through my stick phase and thing already. Like I went through all them phase and thing already.
Then maybe you have a
You understand what I'm
Maybe you have a
saying? I would think nothing they will have me tempted to really go and
Right.
ball and corrupt
but
and
I think the political system set up.
wait, before you talk. Adana, don't know politics. What you talk? We are talk something.
No, listen.
I think the politics thing set up in that when a person gets into it, you realize how crazy it is, and then they say, me ain't involved in that. Let me just get mine. And you understand what I say? And that's why
he's absolutely right.
And that's why sometimes I don't believe in, as much as I understand experiences, wisdom, and whatever. I don't believe in waiting until people is between 50 and 60 to be paying them as commissioner of police, and because to me their vibe is I gonna retire this now.
But that's the idea.
Yeah, but to me what they're really doing for the service.
Yeah, but when you make a commissioner of police, you give a commissioner of police 1 year before they retire. Commissioner of police.
Yeah, what could they really do?
I mean, there's appointed
Yeah.
police and there's acting commissioner of police. Now, there's a difference in money here.
Correct.
You know, if you go for councillor for consecutive term, you have a nice pension. Police commissioner after 1 year.
So you feel it's financial motivations.
Yeah, it is. It is really actually. That is what it's all about.
And plus, any commission for 1 or 2 years can really make no major changes.
You cannot.
So there's my point. My point is the system.
And
It's a
So then
system,
why?
yeah, correct.
So then,
It's a
yeah,
system.
but if it is, we realizing that it is because of our financial gain. That is the system need to change then.
But it's one set of people suffer from that because the 1% they don't suffer from it because
And I think honestly, is there in the country, anybody going power, just going in to hear, alright, so here we're going on, them ready calling the shots, you let pretend this, if they say this, they do this, whatever the case is, and they just follow the rules, and it's just a face up front.
when you think about it, right? When you think about it from a logical point of view, imagine, right? You have a 1.6 million population. From that 1.6 million population, you have 600,000 who is not eligible to vote. You have 1 million people that is eligible.
Eligible.
Yeah,
Right.
sorry, I can't pronounce.
Yeah.
So now we doing the numbers game. You have an opposition and you have somebody who's in power who want to continue to be in power. So you telling me that 600,000 people vote because people like you who don't vote and the same lady who don't vote.
I just vote according to how I feel like every morning.
But my whole thing about it, right, is this. You as a citizen, you sit down and I always tell people, this is not 20, 30 years ago. We have a very, very educated population now. So when my grandmother used to tell me, you won't pay them because everybody them send you to school. That was his job. He has to provide that for me. But the brainwash is so real. That's what I can't come to terms with, boy.
The brainwash, I
The
think,
brainwash is so real, boy.
is racial voting. Because the Indian, you vote UNC because the Negro paying them. I find that's stupidity.
And don't get me wrong.
That's stupidity.
It was fucked like that.
I'll tell you something.
Indian niggas, some
The
niggas.
easiest people to brainwash is the poor people. Once you keep them there,
And get them hope. And get them hope.
Point, good point.
And get them hope.
that is the brainwash. You can't brainwash. You can't brainwash a man who have
That's right.
Or independent.
Yeah, because when you tell them that, you're gonna be like, no
Yes,
divorce.
sir. You absolutely right.
Right. So when you keep them,
Yeah.
Here's a joke. I go to school, young, yeah? Me not the economics thing, yeah?
yeah.
And I notice anytime PM come in power, prices is raised at a pace not comparable to the other party. You say what? You see gas raising, toilet paper raising, what kind of those raising?
Yeah.
I notice that a young person growing up in primary school, going secondary school, yeah?
Right.
I notice that.
No political
And I said,
Primary, you're saying, you know.
yeah, good primary school growing up.
You
'cause
had that intellect at primary.
I tell them, yeah. And I say, why people paying the man prices always going up? Actually, and the cost of living for man actually going up and then paying them power. All people wouldn't pay them. And it's happening right now. If you pay attention to that, ain't not paying power. Prices paying them way to make money for economy is a tax everybody.
You see what he's saying?
About people,
What he's saying?
Because agriculture, tourism, nothing natural to gain income. No, you do taxes.
Yeah.
Raise price and no more. We ain't gonna say a thing. We ain't gonna complain. Do it right over and over.
When you're telling me you're getting $78.6 million of the backbone of poor people from tickets, that alone says it. You know, I mean, in economics, right? They tell you when economy is down, there's two things that you can bring back our economy, which is tax. In Trinidad and Tobago, like, whoa, well, in countries like the United States, tax and war. Those two things, any economist will tell you that. Taxes and war. But my whole thing is, we have a 1.6 million population. $78 million in taxes done from the backbone of poor people. Look, listen, my grandmother had a primary school education. And that
You got your grandmother.
God bless you, so she going up. You couldn't tell she nothing wrong about payment. You old boy.
Nah.
You couldn't say nothing about payment.
Program real.
Did you really, boy?
Program real.
It's so really that is like telling people it's like the army. Next 20 years the army won't be like no, because people going in with degree and 9 and 10 passes. Same thing like politics. The old ones is going to pass away. And the new generation with a level of education is a different story.
I see this already as well. Tax gets so bad in our country, well, me everything in other countries, that they trying to tax me for owning my own property tax. I buy a property that I have and own, and you tax me for owning it. And people don't realize how stupid that is.
No, but it's an oxymoron. It is an oxymoron because I was having a conversation recently with somebody. I buy a property. Now, this is not part of Spain where the city own that. I buy a property. Oh, you could tax me for my own property.
Not only that, you tell them what to do with it too.
Yeah.
And to get permission, to sell it.
You understand?
The worst part is property that they didn't create. None of the ministers create land here or no kind of tree or nothing. Everybody own.
Listen,
they didn't create it.
In the 1900s when you had Uriah Butler, where's all the highways? Give me the names of all the highways that owned like Uriah
Butler,
Claude Noel, who was a boxer, right? Churches,
Roosevelt Highway.
What's this? Once again, we have 5 of them. Help me.
You just start going.
Uriah was a trade unionist. Claude Noel was a boxer. Again, help me, okay, boy. But my point is, in the 18 and 1900s, all these land was owned by somebody. All of a sudden, you can't believe the government own all these land now. It was owned by somebody. So the government own all these land.
Nobody own lands. We own our land because it's our own.
This is it. Why we can't fight for that?
But we talking too much on politics right now. I don't want to give them too much power. But no politics will never end. Politics will never end. President topic there.
But I love this topic. I love this topic.
I get emotional sometimes thinking about it. Now I want to be a politician.
Let's talk about
something that I could contribute.
Let's talk about something.
It's not that I see politics.
We gonna talk about you had on your mind these days.
What's your next topic?
I wanted to ask you a question earlier, right? In female groups, female collectives, right? Does it have a friend? Because in my opinion,
Yes.
it should. No.
Yes.
It's our friend. We know it's our friend.
Guess what?
No, I'm sure I know you're gonna say yes, but go ahead.
Ask it.
Right. Does it have that one friend that if you come and say, girl, I go and bust the fucking glass in the car? That one friend I said, no, my girl, relax. That's all. Tell me the story first. Or everybody just be like, yeah, let me fucking go. I tell them all fucking Elon. Yeah, answer me first.
I answered before he asked the question, yes.
So it was a good friend who trying to calm things and make things work the correct way.
These days it's me.
Oh, that's good,
I have
man. That's
I
good,
have
man.
many group chats, but one in particular. So, for example, one of the girls we were talking today, and she was telling me how her friend she have a toxic relationship, and Stevie Wonder with a blindfold, and shades on could tell you it's toxic, right? But
Yeah, blind.
no, it's really, really toxic.
Blind.
But there are times when they are the guy and the girl together and they are magical. But the baseline or the foundation of it is
Toxic.
very toxic. So I, for one, do not get involved. I do not. It's not I don't care because I love my friends or whatever. But I just, you do you. When you're happy, we are all happy, right? And then she was telling me about a girl describing her relationship and was saying negative things about it. I'm not gonna go into details on what the girl said, right? But the way how the girl said it, I was like, oh my god, I would have just go and break up with our man one time because it was bad.
Oh, terrible.
No, if you're my
like
friend,
the man tell she.
no, it was no, it was like he's a waste man. It was bad. But I'm saying, if you are my friend and you know that I am not leaving this relationship, she not going that place.
Yeah.
You want to say something negative, or for the fact that you know that he's toxic or whatever, do it in a better way now. It's a nicer way to say it other than
make sure you feel you're bad and you're down and condescending
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
No, but to me, she feeling bad because she know it's true.
You only get one side of a story.
Yeah, they get two sides.
Yeah, but if she feeling bad because she know it's
no.
true.
This is too good. There's the group chat here. There's the group chat, the girls group chat. So
Okay.
one saying, hey, you really retarded, why the hell you here, whatever thing, right? And I will be on this side and say, well, if it's working for you, you do your thing, but you had to know when you had enough. That's me.
But it's not working for
I
her.
think most people
How you know it's not working? Because you're still there. How to be
Most
working?
people hang on to them few good times. You realize it's so much bad times. It might have 10 bad times and 3 good times, but they will hang on to those 3 good times with
Yeah.
hope, thinking that it will be better someday.
And the trigger times.
And most times they wouldn't.
Trigger times is real shit.
Yeah, but Joe,
And who am I to you?
You know he knew that I like Carib. Oh my god. That is fucking shit. I know that too. Yeah, very bad shit. Yeah. He knew it.
he sound like a very young person. He say like he was born in the 50s.
Yeah. He knew that
Like hearing you?
But my whole thing is, what is a toxic relationship? Because every couple have bad moments, good moments, bad moments.
Now, when you have bad moments
Only
too often and for too
Is it
minimal stuff.
consistency of
When he bad
Yeah.
or baby.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
would consider toxic shit to be having consistent arguments
right,
for nonsense.
right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
disagreements will happen. And sometimes in a relationship, how you deal with disagreements is mature. So the things that all I might have followed 9 months ago over something and 9 months future, all would deal with it different.
Yeah,
because
but
I agree to
you're
disagree.
mature enough.
I agree to disagree.
Yeah.
More or less.
Right? So the earlier part, all I might have said, no, and stop talking. You know what I mean? I think on toxic to me too is an extent. Like, I don't understand. I fall out with my girl today over some nonsense and I get blocked. That to me is toxic.
No, but you see, for me personally, I honestly think it comes down to mindset because you see, having a mature mind being in a relationship is such an important thing because I will come home, babes, XYZ is the case.
Bigger babes.
Bigger babes, yeah. And
You're calling
it's-
everybody else's name, but you ain't calling babe's name. That is toxic. But let me go.
But my whole thing is
All right,
this,
Stacey.
right? Like recently, I heard the Minister of National Security making a speech, right? And he was having a conference. But my whole thing is this: when you start using words that the average person cannot understand, stop your conversation. Because when you're in a relationship and you it's for me it's a whole mindset because if I come to say, and say, you know, I come to you and say, babe, see what's going on here, X, Y, Z is the case, and it's like, we must confusion, and deal with that because like you're not hearing me, you're not understanding what you're trying to say.
And
Can't pick up babes law.
No, we need to be here. We need to be here.
I would disagree with you on one point is that me in your shoes, if that was my situation, I would not be in a relationship. So you had the choice to be in a
And
relationship.
you're right. You're right.
Forget that
You're
choice.
right.
You know.
You're right.
Because you forcing your
Yeah,
you have to
yeah,
be
you're right.
single.
And that's
You're
why,
absolutely
and that's why
right.
you
But you know,
say-
if you reach a point they can't tolerate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
and that's
absolutely right.
another thing you were saying. That's another thing you were saying earlier about being truthful. Because if you was really truthful to yourself,
You
the
know.
day I come to you and I say dance thing and you start to act up, I say, hey,
But my whole
later I know.
My whole thing is understanding because sometimes the point I was making with the minister, he's using words that a person who have no idea what he's saying. It's like having a conversation with this young lady, right? And
Big up this young lady.
yeah,
Big up.
yeah.
See?
If it is, she have no idea what I'm saying. It's pointless.
No, but then you can't blame the lady neither because, as they say, ignorance of the law is not a defense for the law, right?
Correct.
So, then because you don't know what your man's saying is his fault, you have to educate yourself or find out product from Google search.
Yeah.
That's the entire point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So therefore, the person that you're with, if you know that there's no interaction here,
No, but
you
let me
know that
go
function.
out further. Communication is key.
It is.
And plenty of
Big up TSCT and DJ Sal.
plenty we like to sit down in our classroom when the lecturer lecturing and then when they say, any questions? No questions. As the class done? Yeah. We did me by that.
That is shame, that is shame,
Right?
that is shame, that is shame.
Right? No, but that's the same thing. You might be sitting down talking to your significant other and the person says to me and you like,
And that's
and
what I
then,
said
but
earlier
at the end of the day, don't know what it-
That's what I said earlier
So,
on.
yeah, ask a question.
I educate myself. The internet is there. You educate yourself. You listen.
Final podcast 868 and we are out. Right? President.
Paper on you.